No
Yeah.
types of no types of lesbians.
Oh yeah, I know there's
Nick,
this.
I think we're all still mourning over Wendy Parker.
Morning.
Mourning. Mourning.
Hmm. Catch up to
Yeah.
the other part.
Yeah, there's like, you know
Hmm.
what a lipstick lesbian is, right?
Yes, kinda.
Okay. Okay, and you know what a chapstick lesbian is.
Then why does this feel like a joke?
Oh, I know. I feel like it's time. No, I feel like I have to educate. So lipstick lesbians are high femmes.
Uh-huh.
Chapstick lesbians are soft butches, and then there's like hard butch and hard femme, and then granola lesbians are crunch. They're called crunchy lesbians, um, because they embrace like earth energy. So they wear like browns and tans and shit like that. And then there's a thing called fut, and futch lesbians are masculine and feminine elemented lesbian. So that's
Uh,
like combat boots and flowy
it
skirts
depends
and
on
shit
how
like
old
that.
I was there. I can
And then there's stone butches, which it doesn't get much harder than that.
I've never changed the carburetor on a motorcycle yet, so I don't know where I'd fit.
Um, I mean, do you wear hiking boots,
I have some Harley Davidson mock docks.
or do you like wear like muscle outfits and shit like that?
I'm really lazy. I
I'm assuming that you're like. Don't take this the wrong way. I assume that you're a soft butch.
okay. Maybe one day I'll get a diagnosis and I'll know for sure.
Yeah, right. But like, so chapstick lesbians. So chapstick lesbians. That's like
Mm.
worn jeans, flannel t-shirts, minimal makeup, that kind of thing.
What makeup?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, exactly.
I've got a collection of flannel shirts if you want to see them.
Yeah, I think you're falling into the chapstick range. Oh, did we have an Aaron join? Okay, Aaron's here.
I have done the muck boots thing. In fact,
Okay.
I have a pair of hot. I think they're hot. No, they're black. They're dark brown with a hot pink stripe on them. My muck boots.
Okay. So I'm gonna message. Let me send a message to Wendy Parker and tell her. Okay, Wendy Parker. Um. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, like I never owned a Harley. Okay, I was obviously very not a masculine guy, and so I never owned a Harley.
No, I never afforded a Harley either. I only had Kawasaki's.
Oh, sure. Okay. So, like,
Now my dad had Harleys, but not me.
oh, here we go. Wendy's replying. Um, let's see if she's up for talking about it. I don't want to monopolize her time. Okay, she'll be here in a minute. So we have a
Cool.
few minutes before Wendy Parker. So I reactions like the Wendy Parker thing. Are you freaked out by that? Because I am.
Well, I keep hoping it's something innocuous because the other way would be very frightening. I mean, I sit there going, "Well, see, okay, it isn't the same thing, I know, but I will." How you doing?
It's doing good. All right, musing. So here's what happened. I wanted to wait for Wendy Parker to get in here to talk about it. But basically, musings. The Department of Homeland Security came to Wendy Parker's house and knocked on her door and attempted to question her. You know, Linda, you're just making me feel so inadequate right now.
Hey, it's a hot day here. What can I say?
Look, I know. Look, hey, it's
I'm feeling so inadequate here, guys.
Is that the one I with you? No, I didn't think.
um, yeah, Nick is more popular than I am. Nick, don't you have
Yeah.
more followers? Don't you have more subs than I do now, Nick? I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, I think Nick has more subs than I do.
I'm really starting to feel deflated over here.
Oh, Nick, I still have like I lost 100 subs today, but I have 4,500. I'm losing more subs than I'm taking at this point. So that is either I'm pissing off all of the wrong fucking people, or okay, Linda, we got Wendy Parker on. Can I sub you for her?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll bring you back.
Okay.
All right. So all right.
The criminals here. Woo!
You're not a fucking criminal.
Wow. So yeah.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock.
Me too.
I mean, what did you do? You didn't do anything.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is something I posted. Any of the pieces. I mean, you could take any of those pieces and they would be mad about it. I think I did mention in the last piece about the all white community whenever I referenced the group X and Burning House of Love. I said maybe somebody will burn that love house down. I don't know. I mean, there are so many things that could be extrapolated into whatever they want. At this point, I'm not even bothering to go back through everything because clearly whatever it is, they've got it. I haven't made any direct threats to anyone. Everything has been tongue in cheek. You know how I write. That's how I respond. That's how I talk. That's how I live.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through all of your shit.
Yeah.
And I've written worse shit than you have.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it's a contest anymore. I don't know that they didn't come here and want to talk to me about you. I didn't talk to them, and that's the whole point. And the whole thing was so very weird. I did not expect them to leave when I asked them to, and they turned around and left. I did not see badges that I can recall. They didn't show me a badge when I asked them who they were. The guy pulled a wallet out and showed me an ID through my I have a wooden door that has glass slats. And I had that door cracked. I also had a 130-pound dog barking viciously at them. And yeah, everything about it was weird. The whole thing with Dayton PD was weird. Like, why did Dayton PD give them an escort? Why did they need an escort? Why didn't Dayton PD come off the sidewalk? They only stayed on public space, and they didn't talk to me at all until I called. So I don't know.
That's the thing I'm disturbed by is, nobody can tell you what they were going to ask you about.
Well, I'm gonna file the Information Act. I'm gonna wait first and talk to an attorney, and then I've been assured by two different attorneys who don't do civil rights is what this is going to fall under unless they charge me with something, and then I can't imagine what that would be.
Right.
We would have to go from there. I have no chargeable, what am I doing? I have no chargeable offenses in anything that Homeland Security would be interested in. I honestly, it's very weird.
I mean, it defies every kind of logic that I can.
Linda says they requested a police standby, so there were no issues. In what? If it seems like if they wanted to speak to me, they could have very easily approached me through a phone call or an email. Clearly, they knew who I am and where I'm at. So
Right.
I don't know. I really will feel better when I have counsel. I have not gotten anyone back yet. Finding a lawyer on a Friday afternoon is not an easy thing. So
No, I like they do it for that reason, I think.
yeah. So I mean we talked about it. We're just gonna stay here. I mean, there's nothing else to do. I talked a big game about being brave, and I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get through what they need me or want me to do. And if they leave me alone from here on out, they made their point. They're watching me, but they have been for a really long time. I was on a list a long time ago during the first administration when I pissed them off when I wrote for the trucking industry, and they ran me out of the trucking industry, and I was persona non grata after I've got over 10,000 published trucking pieces. I wrote for 7 years for the trucking industry. You won't
Right.
hear my name spoken in the trucking industry, not by anybody who has anything to do with laws or lawmaking.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I went through it and I thought, okay, it can't be something that you wrote recently. So it's either to ask a question about somebody else, like me, or something else.
I also
And
have
I'm going to
neighbors.
tell you, if they came after you because they thought they were coming after me, I'm going to be very upset about that.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't come after any of us. We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything illegal. We've done something wrong in their eyes, but not illegal. And
Right.
again, I find that what's funny to me is that everything I say about them is just stupid. I mean, it's just stupid. It's just making fun of them, and it's you know I do it specifically so we can laugh instead of be focused on how horrifying it really is. But
Well,
guess they don't like that either.
look, I've written like 6 articles now about him dying. He's dying.
Yeah,
I'm shocked that they haven't beaten
I
him.
wonder I mean, if it's a response that I put, it couldn't be soon enough, or I also there was a little sentence in the piece about, I think it was about, oh no, the one about Hegseth sending troops, and it said that he had a hard row to hoe, and we can only hope that it gets deeper and shaped um, much like much like a hole in which they put an expired body in. I don't know. I mean, there's been a million people write that kind of shit all the time. Is he dead yet? That's on my thread every single day, and I don't put it there. So
Right. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am going to have a chat with Dayton PD though, and I'm going to find out what the fuck, and I'm going to make sure, first of all, how in the hell did they verify that a gentleman from Homeland Security was doing anything? I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I want to know what it is and if they followed that procedure, because it seems awful odd to me. All of it is odd. It's just odd.
Well, I'm viscerally upset that you have to go through it. I really am.
Well, I feel much better with the support. You guys jumped in action immediately. I'm unstable. I'm unstable too.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, engaging infrastructure to try to support that play, that's not hard. I know how to do that. And then getting the word out uh, as easy is as easy, but my larger concern is, if this turns into, another situation where holy fuck, I don't even know.
I don't know either. That's what I'm concerned with. I do feel like I will know more if I retain counsel. And I am gonna go up the chain of command at Dayton PD. They're very familiar with me. Dayton PD knows who I am. We've got a drug clinic across the street that I fought tooth and nail that is owned. It's owned by a former Dayton police officer who also happens to own the security agency who pulled the contract for all of the security in all of the city offices and meetings. So every time that I went to protest this thing across the street from my house, I had to sign in with one of the owner's officers on a sheet of paper so he could have a list of names of people who were unhappy with his bullshit.
Yeah.
So they're well familiar with me. I'm not, I've never been a problem, but I will let them know, and I do go to city council meetings and I have been very vocal about a lot of things the police have done here. So.
Right.
Well, at a federal level, they wouldn't let that Australian guy back in who wrote stuff about the protests. He was from Australia, and they wouldn't even let him get past customs for criticizing, Gaza. So.
Yeah, I'm finding out that there is a list of words that you should never, ever, ever, ever mention in a derogatory way. One of them is Israel, and I think I've done that many, 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 many times. So.
Well, like I said, I mean, I find it shocking that they would come after you to ask you questions about, assuming that's what it is, and they haven't been banging my door down.
I'm not sure what they want to ask me questions about. That's the thing. And until I do know, I won't rest well. But I haven't for a long time, so. I guess the thing about, when it gets close to home, it gets real, and it's super real. Funny thing, I just thought it'd be my next door neighbors who got hauled off. They're the ones who are all here on visas, and they come after me.
Look, I mean, that's way better than the thing that happened to me today.
What happened to you?
Oh, police had to be called.
By the DoorDash?
Yeah, so I was doing a delivery at a house that is in a very precarious area. And I did not feel safe. I walked into this apartment housing and I was very scared. And so I walked up to the door and I knocked on the door because, you could leave it at the door or whatever, but I actually care about that kind of thing. And so I knocked on the door and the woman opened the door and she looked at me and she said, "Give me my fucking food." And I was like, "Okay, well, here's your food. Here's your drink." And then, you know, she's like, uh, "Now get the fuck out of here," or whatever. And the minute that and she said some transphobic shit. She called me a tranny. She called me a sissy and some other shit. And so when she said that, a literal wave of crack meth smoke went right into my face. And I know what that smells like. And it doesn't smell great, but I know what that smells like. And so um, she said, "Now get the fuck out of here. You're the wrong fucking color." And I asked her, I'm like, "Well, I need your code so I can complete the dash." And she said, "Fuck you. And if you don't leave, cracker, white person, whatever, I'm going to go into my house and get my gun and shoot you."
That'll get you in trouble.
And so I said, "Fine." And I rushed to my car and I ducked down in the car and then I called the DoorDash support line, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to connect you with the security people." And they did that. And then I talked to them and they told me, "Stay where you are. We're having a police officer come to your location right now. If no one shows up in 5 minutes, please dial 911 through the app, so that we can track it. And I did. And then the fucking, yeah, Nick, that happened like earlier today and it sucked balls, like big
I'll bet.
fucking
Yeah.
hairy ass balls. Yeah. And so, um, I was like, okay, I'm just trying to work here and make a living because I'm unemployed and nobody will give me an interview. And I'm just barely scraping by. And this person of color accuses me of being white and in the wrong neighborhood and threatening to kill me. And then gives me a bunch of transphobic bullshit. And so I was beside myself. And so, like, the cop showed up and he's like, all right, look, I'm just going to tell the people at DoorDash to take this entire street off of your roll and they'll do it. And I was like, really? How do you know? Because I've had 8 other DoorDashers have to do it.
You would think Dash would keep them off of everybody's then. Why don't they just, that doesn't make it that. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That sucks.
Yeah, and so I got a case number and then I gave the case number back to DoorDash and they're like, we're gonna make sure you never have to deliver to this specific area ever again. And we will have a lawyer contact you. If anything happens to you or whatever, we'll take care of it. This is not what the service is about, and even that too. She told me, she's like, I'm looking over your chat logs. Like, when you chat with the customers, you're actually really nice. I wish that every other DoorDash driver like took the attentive time to talk to people nicely the way you do. And I'm like, yeah, I can't help that. I'm a mom. I have mom energy. It works out. And so, yeah, what a fucking wreck. But Wendy, I'm going to tell you, like, over the last 3 days, I mean, I knew it was going to happen eventually. I've witnessed a domestic. I have witnessed breaking up a Russian orgy.
Nice.
I have witnessed a black guy and again, I'm not disparaging black people when I said person of color, auto mechanic who said he wanted to take me in the back and fuck me.
Wow. Well, I mean,
oh, my best
chances for a date increased by 50%.
My best one was I did a delivery for a gentleman's club. And it was for one of the dancers, and the club wasn't open, so the guy let me in and walk in there or whatever to deliver the food to her. And I handed it to her, and she was completely naked, and she was like, "Oh, are you one of those queer people?" And I went, yes, I'm a trans woman." And she's like, "Oh, well, what do you think of these?" And she's flopping her boobs at me, and I'm like,
wow,
"Those are
quite
nice.
the.
Those are nice. I wish they were on my chest and not yours."
Possible they could be if you had the money.
Yeah, for whatever reason, people think you can mistreat door dashing people because they're desperate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, whatever. I don't have it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and I am sorry that you went through that. Apparently, it's just been a shit day. Oh, hang on, I gotta run. That's a phone call.
Yeah. How is that different from normal? Kira bitching about getting her ass beat. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I've used. And can you talk?
Let's see. Who are we gonna pick on next? Lisa, who should we pick on next?
I don't know.
Here, I'm gonna randomly pick on somebody.
Okay.
I'm randomly picking on whoever it is.
I'm closing my eyes. I'm not looking.
No, okay. Whoever it was whoever they denied.
Oh, jeez. Now I'm sad.
Yeah, I think we have a spammer, by the way.
Just
So I'm about to ban somebody, but before we drag Linda in here, I want to give a new person an opportunity. Here we go. Okay. I wish Evelyn were here, but because it's so much fun to talk about her when she's actually here, but here. Let's
Elaine wants
let
some food porn.
no, yeah, let's bring your let yeah, let's bring your girl in here.
I'm missing a cat.
Elaine, if you're going to answer that question, that's right. Okay.
Holy shit. Are you going to tell us what the hell the Russian orgy people ordered from DoorDash? I'm not even know. Did they like order 20 corn dogs from Sonic or something?
What we're all waiting to hear about here.
Oh, okay, look. It was like a big, huge bag of Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, it was a big, huge bag of.
Damn.
But here was the thing: like when the girl answered the door in her cat suit or whatever, I didn't
Yeah.
notice it at first because it was black that matched her leather cat suit outfit.
food.
Yeah, but I'm pretty
And they
sure
were rude to you?
it was about a 10-inch strap-on dildo.
They were rude to you?
No, she called me an idiot in Russian, but I speak Russian, so I knew exactly what she said. And when
Someone who eats fucking Chick-fil-A is calling you an idiot? Behold, irony. Take your homophobe chicken and shove it up your ass. Olga, or whatever her name is.
yeah, I mean, she fucking like yes, Euphemia Rich, Korosha. I looked at her and said, "Avin Yarats, meinen Ruski, very good." She looked at me like, "You speak my native tongue?" And I said, "Yes, and don't call me an idiot again." Or whatever. And I got fucking mad about it. But it was funny too because she gave me like a huge tip after, like the whole "I'm gonna tip you really big. Please don't report that there are 15 people in my house fucking." But I should
How do
point
you say
out,
that in Russian?
yeah, I should point out that halfway through that conversation was when the wave of fuck fumes came out of the house and hit me right in the fucking face.
Oh.
Like that was the moment where I was like, "Oh, there's like 20 people in that house, and they're all having sex with each other."
Well, all right. I have my story about the federal government today, too.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
I want to hear it, please.
I work in the office on Fridays, and I'm the only one in my group that works in the office on Fridays.
All right.
So I got a call from one of the supervisors, and she said, I need you to get in my desk and get the external CD drive because I need you to burn 2 CDs from some files in SharePoint. And I'm like, okay, I haven't worked with CDs in probably 5 years, but all right. So I go and burn these CDs and called her back, I couldn't find the label maker thing, so she said have repro do it. So I was like, fine. I called her back and I said, what the hell are these for? Oh, and she rattles off some government agency. I was like, and they want this on CD? Yeah.
Right.
Like shit, give it another couple of weeks, Trump will probably abolish their whole agency. But it was ridiculous. Anyway, and then I went down to FedEx it to him, and the guy in the mailroom and I had an interesting conversation about everything that's going on. So, because my company does a lot with renewable energy, and so there's a lot of people that are curious about what the administration is going to be doing.
Well, anything renewable energy is going to be immediately, bend over and fucked in the ass.
Well, I don't know, because there are a lot. I mean, he brought something up that I didn't think about. you know. And I mean, yeah, he works in the mailroom, so what's he know, right? I mean, but I work, I work in basically the typing pool, so what the hell do I know? You know, I'm the this and that girl. I do all the shit that nobody wants to do anymore, or that nobody knows how to do anymore.
Right.
I was thinking when you guys were talking computers last night, I was remembered in like 1985 when I got a IBM Wheelwriter 3 electric typewriter, and I thought I was just shit. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he said a lot of companies are already committing to it. So a lot of corporations are already committing to it. So even if they try and, you know, I mean, the technology is always more expensive when something is newer, but I hope that there's enough companies that are, I mean, I keep reading that the approval rating for this administration is in the 30s. So,
Yeah, here, let me look for you. So whenever I talk about ratings for the current organization, the current administration, I always look at Rasmussen, and here's why. Rasmussen consistently polls only Republican voters
hmm, why would they only poll Republican voters?
because they've been known for that. So his approval index per Rasmussen is currently -9. So
-9 is what the Republicans are saying?
the net. So basically, like 47 disapprove and 30 whatever 35 or whatever approve. Of his 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 uh his current approval rate is here. Let me. Yeah. It's a the current index is a -7. So more people disapprove of what he's doing than people do approve. And his total approval is like 36 right now. Now that's among Republican voters. So the Democrat voters, it's even worse than that.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's telling.
Well, and the other thing that I'm all ramped up about this evening is tomorrow morning's a clinic Saturday,
All right.
which means I'm gonna be out on the sidewalk giving them hell. And, our videographer put up a video yesterday of, one of the protesters who is talking to one of our people who's actually calm and not like me. He can, like, talk to these people, which I never try and do, I just scream at 'em. Um, he was wanting to know if he thought that, you know, the way that I act on the sidewalk, like using sexual vulgarities because I say fuck and cunt and stuff like that on the sidewalk is effective for my cause. And Michael is standing there going, you know, she wouldn't be doing any of that if you guys weren't here trying to stop cars and
Right.
but they just don't get it, you know. So Helen,
No, they
you know,
don't.
Helen got some footage of him too yesterday. Yesterday, where she was asking him if he would donate to the feminine products thing that she's trying to do for homeless women, and he's going on and on about, you know, if people don't want to work, you know, and if they're homeless because they don't want to work, then they shouldn't have anything given to them and all this kind of stuff. It's just like, oh my god, these people are such fucks. They're such Calvinist fucks. You know, I mean, and they thrive on, you know, being dissed. It's like, but
If they're not insulting you, they're not being Christian enough.
well, I suppose not. But oh my
Right.
god, Lisa, you should come up to Overland Park tomorrow, man. We can chat on the sidewalk, and it's not that far away, is it? Right? We'll be on the sidewalk at 8 o'clock if you decide to show
Overland
up.
Park.
I'm debuting some new signs too, so
I'm not sure. I haven't been in Overland Park for so long. Let's see. About an hour and 10 minutes maybe.
hmm, well, just a thought.
I haven't. The last time I went up there was in 2020. So
Okay.
I'm trying to add 2 different directions in my head because I've moved since then. I'm going, okay, so if I cut that one off there and connect it there.
hmm Well, it's off of 435 in Row. So,
Okay. I used to actually work near there for a while.
yeah.
Trying to remember, I think it was like a gas exploration company or something had an office in there.
hmm
Nice.
Like, well, let's see,
Oh
my
my
son was
God.
like 5 years old and, he'll be almost 30. So
hmm
it's a while back.
Well, if anybody here is in the Kansas City area, we would love to see you tomorrow morning. So, all right, I'm shutting up now. I've hogged the conversation long enough.
Oh,
You know,
you've
you could
done
probably
great.
talk if Brandon were here. You could talk him into doing it.
Mhm.
Oh, I bet I could too. So, well, we got in two more set. They're open every other Saturday. So we'll be there again on the 16th.
Okay.
So maybe by then I can snake charm the two of you into coming up and joining us. You just never know.
Yeah, Lisa, you should do that.
Oh, really? Good place to meet people.
Yes, it
Uh-huh.
is.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, who's a good girl? There's my little hellion. Can you say hi to everybody?
That's a
It's not.
big pussy.
It is.
My little pussy just bit me.
I feel like that's a problem. I feel like that's a problem.
Yes, she is very mouthy, this one. One that just kind of walked into my house 3 years ago. It's like, I live here now. I mean, I had 2. I was happy with that, But
Well,
that's pretty much all I got.
all good.
Except that I'm still freaked out over why they would show up at Wendy P's house.
Yeah, I'm still the whole like I'm just yeah, I just don't.
Well, I mean, if they're going to come after everybody who's talking shit on the internet, they're going to have to hire a lot more Homeland Security
I'm
people.
yeah, there's gonna have to be way more
I can't imagine the overcrowding either.
more fucking people.
I mean,
Mhm.
imagine. I can't imagine the overcrowding in the detention centers either. You'd have to
Well,
arrest half the country.
I know. The prison industrial complex is probably on the brink of orgasm themselves.
Yeah, I mean that's what alligator Alcatraz is for. Don't you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what alligator Alcatraz is for.
Mm-hmm.
To legit scare people. That's all that bullshit's for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were crowing about the fact that there aren't people trying to immigrate as much anymore.
Because nobody wants to come here.
I was
They're proud of that for some reason.
Mm. Oh, Helen will be there tomorrow. Hey, Helen, you know anybody we could fix up with Lisa? Well, I mean, Helen's in a relationship, but
Well,
she knows women I don't, so she probably knows a few normal
I might
ones.
be really hard to put up with.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hell, all you got to do is tell whoever the girl is that Lisa be a pillow princess. That'll be it.
Well, and she has to be okay with chickens, whoever it is.
This is true. She must like chicken.
But not rooster. You have a rooster?
I have a rooster.
Oh, she has a rooster too. So
Oh, so she's got a big cock.
And 9 hens.
Wendy, you are so sick. All right, so does this duh. It just flew out of my head. It just flew out of my head.
Okay, why?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Helen is trying to find a new place. You mean a new place to live?
somewhere not in the United States?
I can't imagine why.
She loves chickens.
Oh.
Oh, this is getting better and better. Why don't you dump me and bring Helen on? Mm.
Oh,
All right, now I
well,
have to
you
know what
missed it.
Morgan
You missed it
X's pet
before.
topic is.
You missed it before. I was trying to tell Lisa what kind of lesbian she was.
Well, okay, Amber, the one from St. Louis.
Oh, but
Yeah.
she's trans, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I used to have this gay friend, Berlin. He died a long time ago. He died in the AIDS epidemic. But he used to tell me I was one of those St. Louis lesbians. I was like, I have never lived in St. Louis in my life. I'm a Kansas City girl all the way through. He's like, yeah, but St. Louis is kind of more Eastern and you kind of have that air to you. I was like, what the fuck?
So
How can I get how
Lisa
can I get rid of it?
I told Lisa that she was probably a chapstick lesbian.
Probably what?
A chapstick lesbian.
A chapstick lesbian.
Yeah, worn jeans, flannel shirt.
How is it? You've been a lesbian, what, 5 years? I've been a lesbian 40 years. I haven't heard of most of this bullshit you bring up in here. What the fuck? Where have I been? Mm.
You know what a lipstick lesbian is? Yes.
Yeah, I know what a lipstick. Hell, at one time I was one.
That's a euphemism.
I don't bother to wear lipstick anymore.
Right, because it's a euphemism for a high femme. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a chapstick lesbian, soft butts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worn jeans, flannel shirts, don't wear makeup, probably rides a bike.
Uh-huh.
And she's
Right.
turning 8 shades of red because I'm saying this.
Hey, where's Craig tonight? I haven't seen him.
Oh, Krager's never up on Friday nights.
Well,
Krager's never up on, Friday nights, no. Well, and she told me that, she sent me a text. She's like, when do you can do a live night? I went, yeah. And she's like, okay, I'm really crunchy tonight. And I was like, okay.
crunchy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm playing with my cat. The one that's biting. Ow, ow. Okay, that's enough. Yeesh.
Uh-huh. Your pussy has teeth.
Well, that was claws this time.
Vagina.
They made a movie about that, right?
Yes,
I would have been safer with the teeth. It wasn't that close.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the light to come on because then it'll be time for chickens.
Mm.
Time for what?
What do the chickens do?
Oh,
Well,
chimpanzees, right.
When the sun goes down, the chickens all go to their roosts and they sleep. So you got to close the door so the raccoons don't come in and eat the whole group of them and leave the parts behind.
Right.
Raccoons will eat chickens?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
They actually will tear them limb from limb and not eat all of them and then just come back there until it's too rancid to eat anymore.
Oh.
Right.
So they don't even just kill one chicken and take it and eat it. They kill your whole flock and leave most of it behind.
All right.
Nasty.
I never raised chickens, so I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
Helen, I saw your earlier comment, and I just want to remind you once again, I do have a spare bedroom. So
I have 1.5, kind of.
I have 1.5 spare bedrooms, but the other
I have the sewing room and it's
is
got
my library.
and then I've got
it's too small to be anything but a nursery. In fact, when I bought the place and took up the carpeting in there, it had vintage 1940s nursery linoleum on the floor. I got all the upstairs floors replaced with Pergo a few years ago, and I hated to cover that up, but it wasn't in good enough shape to keep it. All right, Morgan, we're not talking about animals anymore. I promise.
Wait, Morgan, you don't like talking about animals?
Doesn't like harming them.
No, doesn't like harm. Okay, yeah, I'm all about not harming animals. I'm with that
Mhm.
100%. Look, I as a person who grew up in that space, I viscerally dislike talking about harming an animal of any kind. I mean, and I've done a lot of it. I've done a lot of it.
Okay. Yes, Helen, we can talk tomorrow
All right.
when I'm not busy ripping womb sniffers limb from limb. I'm really hoping anybody got $5 to throw in the pot. I'm going to make one of them cry. Man, that's my goal.
That costs $5?
No, I'm just betting that I will make one of them cry. So
Oh, okay.
usually I make one of the little Bible college bitches cry.
Wouldn't you rather do that for free? We'll just watch.
Oh,
We
well,
have
yeah,
to
I
pay
do it
for
for
it.
free. I keep telling them, you got some church paying you to stand out here and be an asshole. I'm doing this for absolutely free. So who's ideologically pure here?
Does that really happen from that side? Am I naive?
Oh, hell yes.
I
Those
remember them
people have
recruiting
those
teenagers
people have
and
people on the sidewalk every fucking day.
they
There's
pay them.
churches, there's groups that pay them to do it. Hmm. There's a Catholic group that pays people $17 an hour to stand out there and try and stop cars in the driveway. They wear fake vests to make it look like they're clinic escorts.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely
And if
ridiculous.
they just, invest in helping other people get access to birth control, they
Well,
could prevent the problem, and it costs them the same amount of money as paying schmucks $17 an hour to be jerks.
Right.
I know. Well, like I said, Helen interviewed one of them, and he was like, she was asking, oh, it was great. She was trying to get him to, to be embarrassed. And of course he was, because he's a 48-year-old virgin. So, but he's absolutely convinced of how everyone else should handle their sex life and their little naughty bits. So she's asking him what he thinks sex is. And he's like, well, I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, well, you know what, asshole? Women going to the doctor probably don't want you yelling at them from the driveway. If you're here to get an abortion, you're a mommy already. So anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, take me out of here. I'm hogging the conversation. Let somebody else in.
No. We're like right at the top. We're right at the bottom of the hour. So,
Okay.
and it's Friday night. Everybody should be out drinking. Lisa, you should be out dating a hot girl.
They usually
I'm
recommend you don't
Lisa,
leave
I
your
try to
house.
bring all these hot women on, and none of them are putting out for you. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my absolute best.
It's my fault.
So I'm
It
doing my
isn't.
best to get you
I get
advertised.
it. I get it. It's
So, oh wait, Ellie joined. We could probably. Can I sub you for Ellie?
true.
Of course you can.
Okay. So, we love you, Elaine, very much, especially Lisa. Oh, so yeah. Now we get to have this conversation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now we get to have this conversation. Hi, Snow Wolf. Welcome to the unpick. Where are you sitting today?
Me?
Yes.
On my couch.
Oh, okay. That's your couch. Okay. So,
Curtains.
all right. So, did you get caught up on the
Outside?
whole Wendy Parker thing?
The what? With the
Did
Wendy
you get caught up on the whole Wendy Parker thing?
I haven't caught up on all of it, but is there two Wendy's or there's one Wendy?
Yeah. So there's Wendy Parker,
Okay.
who lives up in Ohio, and then there's me. And so in one chat, somebody thought Wendy Parker was Wendy the Druid.
Okay.
But here was what happened. DHS came to her house.
Thinking they were going for you?
And we don't know. But Department of Homeland Security showed up at Wendy Parker's house and wanted to ask her questions, and she turned them away.
That freaked me out all day, I will tell you. Like all day.
Right. Yes. Because, yeah, if they're questioning her, because I know what she writes, that means they're coming for me eventually.
That was terrifying.
Because I've said a lot of bad shit.
But I mean, nothing that I don't know. It's a weird time.
I feel like, so let me ask you, because you're as prolific a writer about this subject as I am, have you received any negative attention?
Not from anyone but like trolls.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have to ban like 20 and 30 magas every day when I
Which
drop.
it's that's why I like Substack, because it's so much lighter there than everywhere else. But
click drop, click drop, click drop, click drop.
Yeah, no, nowhere outside of that kind of thing. No.
Well, no, I try to cross post my shit on Medium, and I did not like how Medium handles that.
I don't even have Medium. I think I'm maxed out on social media platforms, so I'm just somebody got me.
Yeah.
So what's the other one? Discord. I'm on a Discord now. I've never used it before, and I'm using it for a writing group. And I'm just like, I'm so lost.
Discord is like the gamers. So have you ever heard of an app called Slack? So Slack is for like professionals shit. Discord is for the gamer mentality.
Oh, we have a writing group on there, so that's kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah, but the thing about Discord is all the people that use it are under the age of 27.
Just like me.
I'm old. I just can't wrap my head around why Discord is like such a thing.
Well, nobody in our group is under 27 either, though. They're all older than I am, so I think, or close to me. I don't know. Anyway.
Gosh, old people like me using Discord, I'm shocked.
Yeah, and then like I don't know how to turn it off, and so like I'll be sitting writing, and there's beeps coming from somewhere, and I'm like, I thought I shut it down, but the beeps are still happening, and I can't.
Oh, so like if you're doing it on your computer, here I'll teach you a little lesson. If you're using Discord on your computer, you go to your little Discord appy thing, and then there's the icon for the server. If you right click on that, you can select the word mute server and tell it for how long you want to mute the server. You won't receive notifications.
That's a great idea. I will take that into consideration. Thank you. Learn something new every day.
That's and then I think it pays attention to your environment settings. But what those environment settings are and how those work, I don't know, because I use non-standard computer gear. I'm not a Windows person.
Oh, see, I can't switch. I got an Apple computer once, and I was like, I waited too long. I don't know what I'm doing. Hard, and everything was on the wrong side. It was kind of like going to England. It was like all the things I wanted to click on the right were now on the left, and I was just like,
Oh, Snow Wolf, we have an entire Signal channel for Wendy the Druid publication, and we all go in there and badmouth Evelyn Freitas. Because she's so much fun. All right, well, cool. Well, I was like, I was only going to go for an hour tonight because I'm old. I don't go out and party on Friday night anymore. And
nice.
I mean, do people do that? And I still have to write tomorrow's. I do have an opinion though, because you're so much more a successful writer than me. I would ask him a tiny favor.
Okay.
Will you read one of my queer safety of a queer space stories and tell me what you think of it? Yeah, I don't. You could pick one, but
sure. Yeah, no, I'll totally read it.
My editor Miranda refuses to badmouth them in any way, and I'm just waiting for her to tell me.
Wait, do you have an editor for your Substacks? How did you get that?
Yes, I do.
How did you get that? You just asked?
No. So here was the thing. So, I'll tell you a story. So, here's the thing that I'm really good at, and Lisa will make faces and say shit if I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. One of the things that I'm really, really good at is building communities. I build communities almost entirely by accident.
Mhm.
And so one of the things that I did was there were a bunch of trans girls that I communicated with regularly on TikTok, and Miranda was one of them. And so we were like, you know, um, you know, going back and forth, and then they were going to announce the TikTok ban. And so I went to Miranda. I'm like, hey, we should just set up a Discord or Slack or whatever so that we can all hang out after TikTok's gone. We can find some way to network. And she was like, oh, yeah, sure. We did that. And then, like in February of this last year, my partner, uh, Aubrey, we all know that Aubrey's real name is Kira, but I still call her Aubrey, went to Denver. Miranda lives in Denver. And so Miranda and I hung out for a week, and that's when she said, okay, Wendy, I will be your editor.
That's
And
nice.
she has a master's degree in creative writing,
Cool.
and she's a poet.
There you go.
And
Sounds
so
like
whenever I write something that I think is going to piss off a whole shit ton of people, I just ask Miranda, can you look at that and sort of course, she's also the one that made me publish the My House of Pain, which is my biography, which don't ever fucking read that.
well, now we're gonna read it.
No, don't read. No, I'm telling you, honestly, don't read it. It's horrible. It's a piece of shit. But she convinced me that because what I did with that was like 8 or 9 years ago, I wrote 657,000 words
It's a long book.
to the total of like 1,800 pages about everything that I could dredge from my horrible childhood, which was not a great experience. And so I was talking to Miranda about it, and she was like, you should publish it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to publish it because if people read that, they're going to think I'm a disgusting person. And so to satisfy her, I published one chapter of the book, and then she immediately told me, you have to write the rest of this now. And I was like,
Yeah. People don't like Hallmark, you know? Like people really don't enjoy that. They like something that is a little messier than them, a little less messy than them, somewhere that they can bounce around and relate to on different levels. So I bet it's not so bad.
well, I will tell you, it's basically abused childhood because my mother was guilty of all three of the major abuse types, to hyper masculine, over compensating masculine male, to drinker, to drug user, to married with kid, to finally ready to jump off of a bridge and then saying, I'm a woman. Oh, and then mixed all in between that is that voice in the back of my head. Like, if you just let me out, you won't be this depressed and you won't be as sad. And so, like, when you couple that together with the other, then it's like, it just works apparently really well. And so, yeah, that's why I tell people don't read it.
How many people have you run into that have similar stories, though? Not the same, but similar.
But similar from an abuse history perspective, I would say between 10 and 12.
Because I wonder, this is just gonna throw an idea out there. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Okay, go to bed. It would be interesting to make like an anthology or like you know what I mean? The best of like people's chapters. Because I bet you there's a lot of similarities with some of that stuff to make like a tranthology. I don't know. Is that a word?
I mean, look, we in the trans communities coined transiversary. So, I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah.
But Miranda, has watched me write for almost 8 months now and has told me, Wendy, I think you literally have enough material to publish at least 4 books, and I think you should do it.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever read one of my favorite books a couple years ago was Run Toward the Danger by Sarah Polley.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's essays, right? It's not a story, it's essays. And I thought that would be the best way to write some kind of a memoir, is to just vomit out chunks of your life that just don't bond together, and then just put them all in a book. They don't have to be in order. They don't have to be chronological. They're just chunks at a time.
Right. Yeah, I
Need structure.
And chicken.
I hear with the chicken.
Yeah, they're complaining. I'm just sitting here thinking it's not near as hot as it was earlier this week. What is your problem with all this?
Is your cock flailing or something?
No, he already came out here once and caused me trouble.
Tough crowd.
Well-
I'm here all week. Tip your waitresses.
Monsieur Poulet de Faverolles.
Wait, say that one more time.
It's Monsieur Poulet de Faverolles.
Okay, I'm half able to hear French. The other half I can't.
Poulet?
Poulet.
Are you multilingual?
I try to be. I'd love
The
to.
Faverolles breed chicken. Because I'm very.
Oh, we haven't talked about that.
Am I multi what?
Lingual.
Me?
Multilingual.
No.
You have 9 languages?
Yes.
Well, geez.
I can say like thank you and you're.
But I guarantee you, if I tell you
Saving.
3 of the 9, you will immediately know something about me that most other people don't draw a conclusion about.
Do you want to text me on that?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. So, Russian,
Okay.
English, Gaelic, limited French, some Spanish, and then these are the ones that are going to give it away: Hebrew, Greek, Latin, and Italian.
You were homeschooled? No? Because that's what I think of when I think of Hebrew and Latin.
I have a book on the
Catholic?
shelf. Huh?
Wait, no, not Catholic, because we got Hebrew in there.
No. I have a book on a shelf that I understand more linguistically
The Bible?
than most people who read the book do.
Yeah, Bible.
Right. So
Right.
I'll put it this way. There's a guy on TikTok and YouTube named Dan McClellan.
Mhm.
I've done coursework with him before.
Okay.
And he's a doctorate. That guy knows way more than I do.
Well,
But my landlord was Jewish, and in my old house, and she called me up one day, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, Natalie, her name was Natalie, Cohen was her last name." And I'm like, "Are you classically Judaically trained?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm a Beth Jacobs community," and so I started Kivet Yet Beshoret Yarat Shabbat Klaras, and she's like, "You speak Hebrew?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And so she was like, "Are you Jewish?" "No." "Are you one of those people? Seminary people?" "Yes." "But how do you know?" That's what gives it away or whatever. And so,
I'm a
yeah.
class.
So in that specific capacity, I'm an interesting person to have conversations.
I've got bits and pieces. I was homeschooled, so I have all the Latin, but like I was in the junior classical league as a kid. We were all force-fed Latin conferences.
Yeah, right.
And then I was a classics major because I was just like, I need to finish college. What do I have the most of? Okay. That's where that
Yeah, my collegiate experience was not a pleasant experience. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. So, Lisa, are you going to front porch now when we're done?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm all enough there.
That's fair. It's Friday night.
Okay, well, I just speak high school French, so je suis tout et il est alte, excellent.
I was like, wait, is that Pig Latin?
No,
It's been morphing into something else here.
when you do that in France, they walk up to you. I am. You are. Put a sentence
Oh, yeah.
together.
Yes. I know that's the thing about learning languages is you learn them very classically, and then you move somewhere or you go somewhere and you're like, oh, people don't speak classically. They all speak in colloquialism, which you never taught when you're taught a language. And so I have edited books because I'm an editor as well. And I've edited books for people whose English was their second language. And I edited one for a woman, and the entire book was cliche phrases, like cliche American phrases. Like, oh, this is rough. And I was like, she goes, do you think it'll publish? And I was like, I don't know, but you don't have to put my name anywhere in it. don't need to mention me in there. But yeah, so I think that's probably true for every language.
I truly, I think that I think that's part of it. I mean, I speak fluent Gaelic because of my Druid association. Because a lot of Druid texts are written either in Irish Gaelic or Scott Gaelic.
You know what I think of when I think of Druids?
I'm waiting to hear.
Asterix comics. Did you ever read Asterix?
Oh my God, Asterix the Gaul! Asterix the Gaul! That was so
Where my
flat.
head goes, I think of the Druid. That's like probably where I got my first classical history was from reading all the Asterix comics. And now
That's way,
Oh wow.
that's way better than people who approach me and they say you're a Druid, and I say yes, and they say things like, so does that mean you can turn into animals? And I'm like, I'm not a fucking D&D character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not a D&D character. No, it doesn't work that way.
You can say yes, but just not right now.
Well, no, it's like, okay, but if you were a D&D character and you were a Druid, what would that look like? And you have to tell them, okay, so do you understand what a ranger is? And they're like, oh, yeah, that dude with the bow and arrow, and like he can track animals and animal husbandry and all of that shit. I'm like, yes, that's exactly what a modern Druid is the ranger fantasy character or whatever.
There you go.
The Strider Aragorn would have probably been a Druid. And
yeah, I like that.
So, but yeah, I like nobody ever gets it right. So
I wouldn't. Yeah, no. Well, I've got to hop off because I have to go.
Yeah, we went over the hour. I tagged you at the end because
no worry. I just jumped on because my kids were supposed to be in bed, but that didn't work out.
One of my kids is right over there, and he's playing Tiny Tina's with his mom. So
there you go.
Tiny Tina's Fun House. Because I live in a video game driven.
It's okay. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't either, but we do. We do all the Minecraft stuff around here, so I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Wait, do you have a spousal person that is secretly a video gaming person?
He was. Yeah, yes. So we kind of we've known each other much of our lives, and we were sort of born and raised on Tony Hawk. That's why I made a Tony Hawk. So like that, I've never been a big video gamer, but that game, like I could have before kids. Now I just don't have the like mental capacity to sit and play something. I just feel like it's just not interesting to me.
Oh, I don't have the mental capacity. They force me to do it.
Yeah, my kids do. They all have different things that they like that they get into and then get out of, and they're all kind of different little personalities. But
hi, welcome to being a parent and having kids. All three of my kids have distinct personality type.
Yeah, I always say that I have two that are like empaths and two that'll end up on Dateline.
Electrical engineer, the one going to college this month actually.
Yeah.
Psychologist, and then the other one is going to be a nurse, but we don't know how that's going to work out because they can't stay on the side of blood.
Well, there's certain types of nursing. It could be like an anesthesiologist nurse, or you could be a dermatology nurse. Like there's nothing you have to like slice into you. So, all right.
All right. Well, Lisa.
I'm hanging.
Ellie, thank you both.
Yeah.
Everybody go back to doing whatever you want to party.
All right. Have a good night out socializing.
Yeah, I know.
You guys all have a good night.
You too. And
Yeah,
I'll just
everybody have fun, and then just watch the Signal chat for what's going on with Wendy Parker because
Oh yeah,
we want to make sure that plays out the way it's supposed to.
yeah,
right.
good. All
All
right.
right.
Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Bye bye.